Hi everybody, this is Silver Spook, aka Christian Miller. I'm the writer and developer of the dystopic cyberpunk adventure game known as Neofeud, which is out now on itch.io. And if you haven't yet, you can also vote for Neofeud on Steam Greenlight so that we can get on Steam. So I'm going to be reading one of the short stories from the Neofeud Short Story Collection, which is a series of stories set in the world of Neofeud. Before I start, caution, this story does contain some adult language, so if you have any kids in the room, maybe you want to not listen to it out loud, put some headphones on. Without further ado, this story is called Proto-J, and I'm going to be reading him in the voice of the character from the game Neofeud. So if I sound a little different, that's why. So here we go, Proto-J. Hey, dog. I ever tell you about the time I bust the flack out of CFC? That's right, dog. Coastlandia Facility for Corrections. I was deep into Supermax. Sentient subdivision for mechs and trans species, see? What they tagged me with? Nigga, what the flack it matter why they perp walk me? If you's a robo kid or a trans spec, Coastus Popo, them dwanky flacks don't need no reason for Rodney King your ass. Put you in EMP cuffs. Drop your ass in a cage. Forget that. What's it called? Habanero corpus and Miranda's rice and shit. You have the right to remain silent while we flack you in the ass, chop your servos off for our highest bidder, use your H-cell to power our tasers, and mount your chest plate in our trophy cabinet. I think I might have jacked some batteries and motor oil from a 7-Eleven. Or maybe I just looked at a high-class human wrong. Some shit. Don't matter now. It was a flacking shit time, dog. I was bottom the flacking totem pole, getting my flacking heat sinks and steel wool toothbrushes stolen from me left and right, getting beat in the yard. I ain't even gonna talk about what happened in the car wash room. I dropped the chassis polish and flacked up wrong shit, man. Still gives my CPU nightmares. So, I'm in there, in the calf, getting the Terminator eye from the biggest, loadedest motherfucking bot boy I's ever spotted with my 2 eye cams, bro. This robot, he stands 7 feet, ultra hopped, blastoma cannon arms the size of my flacking whole frame, dog. Flacking custom mil-spec chassis like the hood of a M1 Armada tank. Bounce depleted uranium off it like Zakiel O'Steal bounced basketballs in the RNBA. He stand all the Franken freaks, the Robo Ballers, the Lone Wolf Shankers, they all them shorters and circuit breakers, they all step off. Tables empty in 2 seconds flat. Ghost flack in town, like a public school or a library or a bookstore or some shit. Around him, circle up the Chrome Boys, baddest gang in the tank. You sitting in my spot, boy. Voice like a flacking Aeromax Zep freighter blowing its conch. Bot, you be flacking blue screen? Taking Talos spot? One of the Chrome Boys, mean looking octopod with mantis arms, holler from the back. By this time, I'm all in my pants. I heard this Talos, he take your flacking cranial casing off just for looking at him wrong. Been in the slammer pretty much since the CFC or what we call Cunt Flack Central went up in 25. My neural web's spinning now like a spider on crack. I didn't mean to front Talos. My words choke off in my throat. My throat synth when Talos grab it. My words choke off in my throat synth when Talos grab it. I hear it sound like a flacking soda can crunching, and then I realize it's my own neck pipes. I'ma give you 5 seconds. Figure out why I shouldn't remodel your face into my new toilet seat, boy. Talos say. Back in the day, when I was 12, 2 in human years, living in the homeless shelter for sentient machines, I figured it that I was tricked out. I had some technomancy juju shit all up in my flacking CPU, bro. Serious matrix shit. For real, dog. This one time, I was getting my brain pan bashed in by a gang of flacking speciesist meatbag humans trying to jack my wallet chip. They's like, "Flacking machine, go back to the junkyard where you belong, welfare leech." So 1 second, I'm getting baseball bats to the head. Next thing I know, there's this golden light. Not gold like that ices and cash money baller bling shit like them phony ass rap vids. No, it's gold like the sun's flacking nuclear core, man. Like I'm being filled with this flacking spirit, dog. Like I've got Tupac and B.I.G. and Chuck D all rolled into one. Like I'm opening up my third motherfucking eye, crazy shit. And then it's like, I even got words for it. It's like I'm inside the heads of the meat bags. So it's like I feel the hater inside them hating on me for being a chrome. I feel like the white knuckle grip on the bat they's beating me with. And I knows the name of their swanky boarding school first grade teacher who taught them about the superiority of the human race. And I was like, flack that shit. How you like it someone beat your flacky face in? And then I got like these golden spider thread astral projection puppet strings coming out my brain jacking straight into their arms and legs. So as yank one string, they freeze in mid-swing. Then they turn the bats on each other, start going ape shit, breaking each other's arms and legs with the bats, till they all fall down like flacking Spartans in that 300 movie. All the while, my head's going, what the flack is going on? But also, this the most beautiful flacking thing I've ever seen in my life. Good for them flacking dickhead talking monkeys. So, back to the prison thing. The exact same X-Files shit starts happening as I'm getting my head slowly popped like a metal grate by this giant Talos motherfucker. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Next thing I know, Talos' big fugly face starts lighting up gold and him's eye cam shudder wide. I sees my own mugshot now. Jaw piece dislocated, my custom gigapixel eyeballs popping out of my sockets. I feels 1,000 horsepower, the flacking mecha Hulk in my robot muscles. Except, they ain't my muscles, they's Talos' muscles. Anyways, I pulls a mind string and the death grip loosens. My body clanks to the ground. I pull another string, Talos' arm reaches for his own neck. Now, I was thinking myself, Proto-J, you best be putting this flacking Megatron down, dog, while using you Optimus Prime mode. Cause once the clock strike 12, you fairy godfather gonna take you techno magic superpowers. Talos gonna recycle your ass. You better fatality this motherfucker now. So, I think about this time. I was trying to yank a power line for siphon some juice from the Coastlandia grid. Popo was on my ass, and I was on low bat. So I was pulling, just flacking pulling for my goddamn life. Broken elastoma and a wrist joint, but I got the cable free. Got me enough juice to bail and jump the fence. So, both Talos' hands around his neck now, and I'm making him pull on his own head, cause my life really depend on it this time. There's a big boom, like a skyship crash. Then Talos' brain pan pop off, electric zaps and shit. When the head come off, the spine rip a little, and one of Talos' arms stop working. The head fall down, hanging like a broken Jack-in-a-Box toy, swinging back and forth by the wires, wrecking ball style. I reached my hand up inside Talos' skull case, up into his shell, to smash the ghost inside. The soul chip, the consciousness or whatever. I know where it is. I don't know how I know, but I just do. The soul chip. It feels more like a soul mango, like a big gooey ball of self. I feels it through giant fat fingers. I could pop it like a grape. Easy. Put this sentient lights out forever. Dead. Dead as Tupac. Just then, I sees memories that look like scenes from apocalypse shooter video games. Missiles screaming overhead. Mushroom clouds sunrise on the horizon. City burning the flak up. Faces melting like candles. Human faces, hybrid faces, sentient machine faces wailing. Drills, plasma torches, white walls, torture chamber. Years there. like a spitball of pain, rolled over a decade, shot straight into my heart, dog. Worst flacking feeling I've ever felt in my life, man. And I knew this was Talos's feelings. I let the soul mango go. Ooey gooey thing slipping through my banana-sized fingers. I'm thinking, you flacking wig, bro? You gonna be dead. Soon as CFC medtechs put this Humpty Dumpty Goliath together again, Talos gonna erase you. But I can't flacking do it, dog. I can't explain why, but I can't kill this overloaded fugly mother flacker. So when the gold light goes out, I'll be out cold too. I'm offline, flatlined, forced quit for days. I heard from my cellmate, it took 2 days to put me back together. I wake up to motherboard splitting headache, my antennas broken, face all flacked up and crooked, weld marks everywhere like Frankenstein or some shit. They stick me with a cheap ass African knockoff of a Korean arm. Guess the other one was total. All shitty polypropylene and Pepto-Bismol pink. Jaw don't sync up when I close it. But I'm alive at least. Alive like Johnny Flackin' 5. They said Talos would be in refurb a week. Johnny 5 alright. Johnny 5. Alive for 5 days. I begged the counselor to get me a transfer, parole, something. But no dice. On the day Talos got out of refurb, I tried everything for get out of lunch. Tried hanging myself with my own USB cable. They cut me down, put me in a straitjacket. I tried faking a blue screen. They took me in for a digital psych eval, then gave me a defrag and a pamphlet on battery acid abuse. No flacking use. I was gonna die, one way or the other. So, I got out to the lunchroom, stand in line, get a charge pack burger on my tray, take a 12-ounce can of compressed air to wash it down, sit down, plug the charger into my battery, blast rust and daddy long legs and paper bits out of my joints with a comp air can, wait to die. Waiting, wait some more. Clock tick, Chrome Boys and Frankenfreaks and Lone Wolves sitting down, wide berth around me. No one want to talk to Proto-J. No one been wanting to go down with my ship. Can't blame him, dog. So, I was already done made my phone call. I didn't got no one on the outside, really. 10 in my friends list, mostly spam bots, drug dealers. Just this half-human cyborg street trick flame named Candy. I told her she can have my stash since I'll be dead soon. Under the razor wire fence at the old robot internment campsite, Unit 34A. She tell me she think of me while jacking some John's haptics. Most romantic thing she's ever said to me, to be honest, dog. I was ready. Come take me, motherflacker. I'm ready. This life ain't giving me shit, and I ain't going out with shit all. Flack it. But nothing. Now it's half an hour in, and I'm thinking, maybe Talos is chickening out? No. Maybe the refurb took a little longer. Misplaced the torque screw, maybe. Botched the rewiring. So the buzzer goes off, mechs open the doors, and lunch be done. We be marched back to our cells by the jackboot CFC guards, and that it. Maybe I'm home free. Maybe I get to live? Johnny 5 years instead of Johnny 5 days? My lucky day? I sit in my cell planning all these new leaves I'm gonna be turning over. I've been thinking how much drugs I'm gonna sell to get into Candy's sweet portholes every night of the flacking week. Maybe I'll make enough to move out of the flacking Shantyland, get up to Coastlandia City, where they got that juice and Wi-Fi and flicknicks and shiny blingy parts and neon glass towers and flying Lambos and shit. Hells yeah. Maybe I'll work my way up to the Stratoplex, where the white shoes, the kings and the queens and the flacking rock star baller reality TV people live. Yeah. Get a real mouth to eat real flacking gold leaf caviar with my personal jet, My personal floating grab island. Flacking candy sweet, custom built punani in a diamond tiara for the rest of my life. My life? My life is looking flacking up, bruh. Hells yeah. Boy. Voice like the flacking reaper. Like that Black Hood ghost, a Christmas future nigga. With all the flacking doom demons and gremlin flackers and shit all up inside that makes Bill Murray shit himself in Scrooge, you know what I'm talking about? I'd be shit myself, dog, if I could shit. I turns around, real flacking slow, waiting to see the mug of death to go with the voice. Talos. Look like he been terminated by sour flacking kinda, dog. That flacking trash compactor in T1, one eyeball going red and it be looking straight into my eye. Like looking in the eye of the devil, dog. My life. So much for them new leaves and Coastlandia, Hightown and Candy and all that shit. My life. Flack my life. Game flacking over, man. Talos don't say shit. He just step, slowly. Like he be measuring the length of my flacking cell. Talos, dog, I'm sorry, dog. I was just defending. What do you need, bro? Step. I can get you myth. Black market parts. I got info. I know shit, dog. Step. What you want, man? Anything. Just don't kill me, dog. Just step. By now, he all up in my shit. Like he's so close, I feel the heat from him flacking fusion reactors gusting out of his torso grill. Feel it on my thermal senses, like the flacking maw of hell opening the flack up. You had a good run, Proto-J. Time to die. Like all people with the flacked up shitty luck to be born into steel and plastic and computer chips and gooey neuro mango brain shit, instead of born a pure breed human, born a defective product, failed prototype of the mega corporation that built you, threw you in the junk pile like a bricked old model phone. One of millions of experiments on the way to building the perfect golden immortal body for the kings and queens and baller reality rockstar celeb flacking douchelandia royalty. Proto-J. Prototype junk. Time to die. The mil-spec cannon arms come up around me. I be closing my eyes, thinking about Candy's haptic fleshlight arm. Then I just be hearing this sound, you know? Flacking weirdest bassy thing, like a giant sad cow or a bulldozer that be missing its mama or some shit. It takes me like 20 flacking seconds to figure out that this giant flacking chrome Hulk is flacking crying. And not just crying, but bawling. This dog be bawling his flacking eye cams out. Bots don't leak that saline juice out their face like humans and chimeras. But if Talos could make tears, he'd be filling flacking swimming pools and shit. Just bawling, dude. Oh, I'm like so flacking mind blown. I can't even make a flacking words. I feel like I be blue screening, and not because I drop one tab too many of Mythium or I download a virus into my brain pan or some shit. I'm glitching here, dog. I'm just crashing, just trying to compute just what in the worldwide flack is going on. Here, I be expecting to be stomped like a flacking Coke can flat on the floor. And this giant motherfucking death machine, he be hugging me and crying all up on me like he just a human bitch just finished watching The Notebook or some shit. Just hugging me close to him, metric flak ton of depleted uranium bouncing armor, and him thundery sad cow emo panzer tank sounds, dog. Don't say shit. Not a flacking word, dog. Maybe when I squeeze him brain mango, I tweak Talos' brain. Maybe he just happy I spare his life. Maybe when that golden light technomancy voodoo shit come on, it was like he long last got to share some of that flacked up ninth circle of hell shit he went through in the war. Made him feel better, maybe? Flack if I know, dog. I ain't no psychotrist, man. I don't know shit about this feelings, emotion shit. Even if we smart robots technically got some. What's your name, boy? Talos asks long time later. Proto-J? You be my chrome now, if you want, Proto-J. And what the flack are you gonna say to a 7-foot, 2-ton war machine when he asks you to be in him crew? Dog, of course flacking, yes. Anyways, what the flack was I talking about? Oh, right, how I bust out the CFC, right. Long story short, when I was blooded, or more like jolted, into the Chrome Boys crew, from that day on, nobody, and I mean flacking nobody, treat Proto-J like a little bitch. With the Chrome Boys, I had as many charges as I want. Sit where the flack I want. Say whatever the flack I want. Drugs, porn chips, smokes, you name it. The boys, they had stashed a disassembled cyclone saw and a safe cracking drill in their bunk. They held down the flacking perv bastard from the shower as I performed a reconstruction of his crotchal nodes and dongle. Chrome Boy's prison break plan was already in the works, but my special little Professor X skill turned out to be the keystone. I was like flacking Chuck D in Public Enemy, dog. I was Tom Morello in Rage Against the Machine. I was Bumblebee in the Autobots. I had a flacking purpose, friends, all that good shit, dog. Hells yeah. The bust out involved drilling through about 12 feet of concrete, a dozen birthday cards coated in superconductive nanomagic shit, and some outside help planting C4 at a nearby power plant, blowing the flack out of the prison's primary power, and some Trojan worm hack shit in the system, courtesy of a regular psych eval brain scan. See, we just bribed the broke-ass, low-paid student debt-saddled robo-shrink not to sanitize the data transfer point, giving the prison a case of herpes straight through Talos' brain jack. It was flacking beautiful, dog. Hardest flacking part was getting hold of the flacking door codes. See, things were flacking encephalographically encrypted. I don't know what the flack it is. Basically means the code for all the cell doors, the unit blocks, the security doors, the front gate, all that shit was stored inside the gods' flacking brains. Like they stick their head in a brain scanner, look like a lady's hair salon thingy, and then the code's supposed to be in a series of thoughts. Like it could be ABC123 or the warden's last name and birth date, but it could also be the feels of beating the flack out of your first humanoid bot as a prison guard. Who knows the thought code? Nobody. Nobody knows the thought code except the guard. He don't type it nowhere, don't speak it nowhere. You can't dust the keypad, can't plant a bug, can't tap him flacking phone. Perfect brain encryption, kept on the ultimate down low, inside the soul. Almost perfect. So, I'm in my cell, getting my flacking face smashed in some more by a nightstick. You goddamn silver niggas! Don't know when to stop running y'all's filthy metal mouths, do ya? I'ma whoop you good, little tin nigga. Put you in your place. Billy Bob, this redneck motherflacker wailing on me, got that same look in his eyes like those swanky boarding school kids. That soul deep hater look that ain't got nothing to do but hate. That's why I chose this flack for my mark. What? You fucking pussy meatbag human? That's all you got, bitch? I seen pics of your wife up in the control room. When I get out, I'ma find your house. Straight wreck that fat ass with my steely dam, bruh. Make you watch. Then I gonna gut your ass for reals, I tells him. Ooh, we got a wild one here. I best put this dog down. Billy Bob blacks out the security cams with a can of spray paint. Comes back, fires up a plasma torch, starts cutting into my brain pan. He get about 2 inches up my temple. Nothing happening. Shit. This whole plan is hanging on me. Maybe this whole magic mind meld shit it's like a genie in a bottle. You only get so many wishes, then you out. It's supposed to come out when I was in the deep shit, but it ain't. We all knew the plan was a flacking long shot, but maybe this is it. No one gonna miss one more job stealing, thieving, uppity robot. I'm doing the world a favor. Billy Bob getting his pliers out now, peeling back my skull plates. Boom. Beam the flak up, Scottish straight up into the racist species this flak in Billy Bob's brains. First thing, I make him take the pliers, break every flacking bone in his hand. He's screaming his fucking ass off. His voice box get all flacked up, screaming so hard. By the end, it just sounds like wheezing and an asthma dude. Then, I scan his brain, peel back his mind like layers of an onion, losing his redneck farmer job to AI tractors and drone-launched insecticide. Coming to Coastlandia, being homeless for a year, abandoned by his wife and kids, getting a CFC job when the prisons exploded with all the robots and non-humans hitting the streets, taking his shit, rolled up, paying spitball out on a second-class people who to him took everything away. I find the thought code is some memory of Billy Bob as a little kid eating porridge, watching the sun come up over the family farm. Now, I kind of even feel a little sorry for this inbred flacker. But flack him. I stick my head in the brain scan locks, think real hard about Billy Bob's memories. They open sesame, one after another, like dominoes, dog. It'd be beautiful. We took Billy Bob's uniform, walked straight out the front door, never turned back. So, that's how I busted the flak out of CFC Supermax and joined the Chrome Boys. Pretty dope, huh, dog? Back in my mind, sometimes I think about what I thought about when my time was up, about turning them new leaves, straight shooting for the high life, getting the glitz and the bling and the ices for candy. But, you know what? Flack that shit. That was all flacking, wishy-washy, bullshit, imagination, dream shit. Billy Bob, those swanky school kids, the human Pentagon generals that sent Talos into hell and then put him the flak through it, they were bad. But they ain't the real problem, dog. See, the real flacked up shit is every single other human looking the other way. The flacking paper pushes, the flacking Hightown swag flacks, the flacking real estate agents. See, they tells themselves, I ain't bad. I ain't a bot-hating, bad guy fascist flack. I just doing my job. But really, they the ones that let all this shit happen. Or they take their cut of the Lambos and the glass penthouses and the caviar. So you know what? Flack that shit. Motherflacking revolution will not be televised, bitches. In the words of the immortal Chuck D, right is right and wrong is wrong. And when people start getting it confused, that means they need to sit down with some real people. Proto-J out. Alright. That's the end of Proto-J. A short story, again, from the Neofeud short story collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So again, you can check out the short story collection on Lulu, and you can find Neofeud, which is on itch.io. It's an adventure game, cyberpunk adventure game. The character that I just read is one of the primary characters in the game, but it's a separate story. So if you like what you heard, I recommend checking out the game and the book. So I'm Silver Spook, Christian Miller, signing out. All right, guys.